friends, I'm coming to you guys with my realist. Is she okay? Is she sick? Has she been sleeping? Bare-faced look. And I figured I would show you guys how I do my makeup for like an everyday, going to work, I don't know, going out to lunch with my friends look. So before I start with makeup, I like to go in with this Purity Moisturizer by Philosophy. Love this stuff. My skin is really dry right now, which is interesting because normally in the summertime, she kind of gets a little oily. But this summer, or what is it, spring? What day is it? And next, I like to use this chamomile eye cream. As far as steps I take under my eyes, it's a little absurd, you guys. But these bags are out of control. Okay. So next, speaking of out of control, I use this Color Science Total Eye cream that I got from Spa Medical as an alternative to getting under eye fillers, which I tried to do, but they talked me out of it. I go ahead and rub that in. Next, I use this Becca Under Eye Brightening Cream. This is another kind of like color corrector. It's very tacky, so I kind of think of it like a primer consistency to help my concealer really grab. Next, just to kind of really bring in the glow before I start my makeup, I use this Smashbox Primer Oil. And I really love it. I use this on my brides. Beautiful. Okay, so now I start doing my actual makeup. I am gonna be using this NARS, which one is this? Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is so far my favorite foundation I've ever tried. And if you guys are wondering about the brushes I use, this is a Morphe M439. Oh my gosh, side note, okay, my girls that normally get lash extensions, check in. Are you okay? How are you holding up? Because it has been a truly humbling experience for me personally. Okay, I'm happy with that. Next, I'm going to go in with concealer. I'm going to use a combination of, so like, it's really hitting me that I'm using like 1, 2, 3, 5 products on my eyes. Is there a rehab for that? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so I'm gonna be using a combination of this NARS Soft Matte Concealer and this Face Studio. I don't even know where this came from. This is definitely like a drugstore thing. Maybe it came from Ulta, is probably what I'm assuming. This one's a little more liquidy, really easy to work with. This one's a little more full coverage. So I do the more liquidy one first, the drugstore one. Just gonna put that on. A little here, a little there. And then I just kind of mix in some of the NARS. So now I go underneath with my beauty blender that is like dampened already. Okay, next I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape in Tan Deep Sand for my little contour. And I'm just gonna do a couple little dots here, a couple here. Just kind of like the areas of my face that would get a little bit darker naturally in the sun. I'm gonna take my beauty blender, blend that in. For powder, we're gonna do the Anastasia Loose Setting Powder. It's translucent. I love it. Put a little on my beauty blender. I like to just press that into my skin. Next, I am going to be using this Makeup Forever bronzer. It didn't come in this palette. I actually bought like a lighter shade and a darker shade individually and just put them in here. So I kind of just go between the two. And I just kind of dust it in the same places I put the contour. Okay, next I use blush. I'm going to use this Benefit Living the California Dream is the color, I think. It's like a really pretty peachy shade. I love it. I do it on my apples and then kind of work it through. A little on my nose. Next, highlighter. And I am going to use this Becca Champagne Pop. Probably one of my favorites. A little on the cheekbones. I like this color. It's pretty natural looking. It's not too intense. Awesome. So that is it for my face part. I have the Anastasia Dip Brow. I've depotted like all the colors they had and put them in my own little tiny travel case. Okay, so I kind of brush up on my brows a little bit. And I kind of use this just to really define. Just to kind of fill in sparse areas and define. Love those. And then I'm going to just kind of bring them back to life with this Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Next. So when I do my eyeshadow, I prefer, like, no one's gonna tell you that I don't wear a lot of makeup. It's not that, clearly. But while I can absolutely appreciate and love like the very defined cut crease, glitter lit, you know, all of that, I love it. I think it's so beautiful. But on myself, I just prefer a little bit more like neutral tones, smoky. I don't know how to really explain it, but just more of like a boho blended, I don't know, kind of look. So I'm going to start with, I'm just kind of winging this. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm winging this. I'm gonna use this ColourPop Take Me Home, just like dirty little, carry her around in my purse sometimes palette, missing a whole little color. Wonder what I'm missing out on, you know? I don't remember what she was. Anyway, we don't need her. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the darkest shade in the palette, and I'm going to just kind of use like a flat brush and kind of pat that on. Almost use it like an eyeliner, but then I smoke it out. Then I go in with the little bit lighter shade, still pretty dark, and kind of do the same thing over it. And just blur it a little more. Okay. Now I'll take more of a rounded brush like this. I'm gonna step into this other Joseph Colors Baked Browns. And I'm just gonna take this light brown color here and do like a light wash of that. I'm gonna go into my lighter bronzer color and kind of just go over all that. I just like an effortless look for just like an everyday thing, you know? So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, I'm gonna dip back into my little palette here. I have a brown liner at the bottom. I'm not quite sure what brand it is, just like a brown gel liner. And right along the line of my eye, I'm gonna pack a little bit of that liner on, just on my lash line. Then I'm gonna take a brush like this and blur that a little bit. I don't extend, because I don't like a harsh look, I don't extend my wing until I'm using my shadow brush. Maybe just for fun, I'll add one more step to the eyes, and I will go in with this darker highlight shade. It is by Makeup Forever, and I'll just kind of put that in my corner. Okay, and I'm going to stop there with my eyeshadow because this is something we can all do. I mean, it's a little complicated, but it's something I think that the average person can do. I think it looks like you obviously have makeup on, but it's not so like, here's a color, there's a color, here's a color. It's very doable, I think. Next, I'm gonna cry while I put my mascara on because my lashes are so small and shrinky. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of a lip liner. This is Makeup Forever. Kind of rub that in a little bit. I have all my lipsticks depotted, and so I may not be able to tell you the exact name of the one I use, but I go for more of a nude. So I'm gonna just dip into like a pretty neutral nude. And then I like to take a darker kind of orangey tone and just put it in the middle. Go back in with my setting spray. And ladies, girlies, that's it for today. What do you guys think? Nothing too crazy. I mean, I feel as if I'm nothing without my eyelashes. I do have a set of lashes and I considered putting those on, but it just feels like a little extra knowing that it's just me and you girls. Like, I'm not actually going anywhere. But pretty much this is what I do on a normal basis. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If there's anything that you guys want to see differently, just let me know. And just let me know what you think, girlies. Again, I miss you guys so much. So much. I really hope this is all over soon. Every single one of you that is affected by this pandemic is in my thoughts, my prayers. I'm here for you. Let me know if you need someone to talk to. I'm all ears because I have nothing but time. So I'm here for you guys. Please reach out if you need anything. I love y'all. And I really thank you guys for letting me live out my passion with y'all, because this time spent away has reminded me how much I really love my job. I can't wait to see you guys again. Love y'all so much. Bye. And now I have to clean up this mess because God forbid I show some restraint. I'm a wild animal when it comes to cosmetics. Okay, love you, bye.